Hi there, this is Steve at Little Treasury Jewelers, and would like a sound check tonight. We are going to try something new, and that is my new switcher that is hopefully going to be working well. And let's see. Already got a little glitch, folks. And I've lost my main camera. And let's get it redone. There you are. So I think I left it on a little bit too long and had a heat problem. So I've just brought up the star of the show tonight. This is our new Mini Extreme switcher that we are featuring tonight. It's the one above the keyboard there. And here you can see my entire setup now is getting a little complex, perhaps overly complex. So let's have a sound check while we're getting this thing going, please. And there we are with Craig showing on my screen and the other devices all around. So there we are. Okay, coming back into the picture. On the left, I have one of my Bremont watches that I wear fairly frequently when I'm in a gold watch mood. And it's ticking away just fine. And let's take this for a little bit of a spin. So from this setting right here, I can go to full screen on the watch, and I can go back and go full screen with myself. And these are things that are not easily done on the original versions of the ATEMI Mini that I had before and that Craig has right now. So that is sort of the basic framework. It can do a lot more. We tried to get Craig aboard Skyping in, and then we found that Skyping in into the switcher would lose his sound. So we're going to look for some other way of having guests come in and occupy the extra landscape. So that is what's going on there. So can I have a little feedback on the sound, please, whether that's working okay? And let's see. Okay, so if someone can enter a chat and tell me if you're hearing me clearly or not, I would appreciate it. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight is a couple of watches that are representative of the smaller genre of three-hand watches. And we have several nice pieces here in the store, and I thought I'd share those with you. So the first piece that I'm bringing up is a Longines. It's a new piece to the store, a limited edition. And okay, Kevin can hear me. Great. Glad to hear that. And hopefully clearly. And yep, okay. And Britt's there as well, and it seems to be working fine. So that's great. Thanks for the feedback. So this piece is the Longines Heritage Marine Nationale, and it is a revisit of an earlier piece from the 1940s, 1947, that Longines did for the French military, and I wonder what was going on with the French military, the Navy, in 1947. And anyhow, it's a very neat little piece. It is just 38.5 millimeters in diameter and fairly trim, as you can see. And on the back, is, and you can see it's not aligning perfectly with the case back, but inscriptions about the piece itself. And this is a limited edition, very limited, 200 pieces for a brand like Longines is quite limited indeed. So has just come in and is one of the 2021 Longines novelties. So for those of you who like a field watch in a very wearable size, nice leather strap from a noted brand with a vintage look, this would be a very good piece indeed. It comes in at a reasonable $2,200. So that is that piece. So let's hop over to get back to where I want to be. Okay. And my next piece is going to be something from Grand Seiko. And let's bring that up. So here we go. And this is something that's been in the collection for a while. And very simple three-hand, no date piece. It is the SBGW 231. And it is 37.3 millimeters in diameter and just 11.6 in thickness. And so, again, very trim, very wearable. You see the beautiful Zaratsu finish and exhibition case back. It's a manual wind with the beautiful Tokyo stripes on the bridge, and a very good piece. And it is has a 72-hour power reserve with the 9S64 movement, and comes in at +5, -3 seconds a day. So again, for those of you who are into the smaller form factor, want something simple, but obviously this quite dressier than the Longines example that we just showed. Okay, so that is the Grand Seiko piece. It also has a very nice croc strap, unusually matte finish, no shine to it whatsoever. Very reserved, very pleasant presentation. And this piece is always sold well with folks who are looking for the smaller form from the Grand Seiko collection. So I'd like to hear what you think about that. And we're going to move on to our next piece. And this is very interesting, something that people have been waiting for a while, and it just came in yesterday. And I find it really interesting. And it's hard to characterize exactly what it is in terms of brand. Let me bring it up. It is the King Seiko. And this is a piece that's sort of straddles between Grand Seiko and Seiko. If you go to the Seiko website, it's listed there as its own thing. It doesn't really belong in any of their collections. And so this is a redo of something from the mid-'60s, and it is done by one of the branches of Seiko that were separated out in the early 60s to compete with one another. And the other branch ended up being Grand Seiko, and this one is a worthy competitor, but is sort of a throwback and without a home in some ways. But beautiful piece, really, really special. It's on a croc strap. It is pretty special. It's part of the 140th anniversary collection from the company. It's an automatic. It's got a 45 hour power reserve, and it's got a closed case back with the King Seiko logo on the back, medallion on the back, and it is called the KSK, the King Seiko KSK, KSK being shorthand for King Seiko in Japanese. And limited edition, and of 3,000 pieces. These are going to sell out really quickly. And I think it's really an admirable piece. It's got a box crystal on it. And I really want to show off these lugs. And I hope you can see the angular, faceted nature of the lugs. They're really unusual. I've seen nothing like this in either Seiko or Grand Seiko modern collections, and they're awesome. This has a Zaratsu finish, and it really shows. If you laid this next to the Longines, for instance, you'll definitely see a huge difference in the finishing of the piece. So this lovely critter comes in at $3,300, and we expect to get several. This is just the first one that has come in, and I love it. It's again, back on those lugs. They're very special, very sort of complex faceting. I discussed this with Craig. It's not his cup of tea. He much prefers his gold watches rounded forms, and I guess I'm the guy who likes the more angular look, more edgy. So this is the King Seiko Ksk, just in. A lot of people are looking for this. I've been waiting for it, and we hope to get a few more. This one is spoken for, and we'll probably go out the door tomorrow sometime. So that is pretty much what we have. I just wanted to show off a little bit more about some of the things that we can do with the new switcher. We can bring in up to 4 channels at once. I don't have anybody in the 4th box at the moment. I'd have to bring in another camera or another input. And the prior versions of these switchers really could just bring up 2 panels instead of the 4 that we have here. So yeah, we're pretty happy with it. It's been a bit of a learning curve. I've been off the air, sort of trying to master it for the last 10 days or so. And I think we have it going, and look forward to bringing some more content with it without struggling. So that is it. If anyone has any questions, happy to answer them before signing off. I know it's dinner time for a lot of us, and ran a little bit late today trying to dope out the sound system with Craig, and discovered that the Skype wasn't going to deliver the goodies, and we're going to come up with some new way of having a shared show, and we'll see how that goes. So with that, I'm going to make this a very brief thing. I appreciate your coming and taking a look. Let me know what you think of the watches. Let me know what you think of the how the switcher works, and any suggestions you might have. Okay, so with that, I am going to end the stream. Wish you all a good evening, and thanks for watching. Take care.